Capricorn. Hello and welcome to Starstruck Tarot. My name is Daniel Dubois, and I will be doing your monthly reading for August. We will be looking at the overall energies that you will be experiencing, that you'll be tapping into for the month of August. Look at the general theme of the month, the theme of each week of the month, and then we'll be looking at cards that give us some details into your home life, your work or finances, and lastly, your love and personal life, like how you relate to others and so on and so forth. A quick disclaimer: um, if there are anything that you see or hear within this reading that doesn't relate or correlate with your situation, feel free to check out your other placements within your charts, your rising, your moon, first, second, third house, so on and so forth, because those will influence the way energies impact your life. Sorry, my brain is done. 5-10 readings and we're all like this. But yeah, also for my cross watchers, understand that I am reading from the perspective of Capricorn. So understand that, yeah, if there's anything that you do not like, sorry, you can take a hard left if you feel entitled to, whatever. But I do hope you stay, and without further ado, let's jump right into this reading. Okay, so to start off, we have mysticism, we have completion, and we have joy as the overall energies within the month of August. And what I feel this pertains to is the idea that a cycle has come to an end here. And I don't just mean like July, like we're moving from July. I really feel like this is a much bigger cycle, like something that has been a theme of your life, Capricorn. That's what I will say. There's definitely a completion of that. In that, I feel like it has to do with your life path, the direction that you were going with originally. The idea that a certain job was what was meant for you. This is what I'm feeling looking at the overall reading, but how I feel this relates to your completion is that there's something in your life which is not bringing you joy anymore. You are seriously thinking about the aspects of your life that fill your cup, that make you feel good and make you feel proud or challenge you, because Capricorn is very much a doer. Your planet is Saturn, which relates to trials and hard work and finances, and that's Capricorn to a T. You work hard and you want your work to be fulfilling and also to provide you stability. And I feel that it may be a different aspect of your life. Maybe it's just that the environment that you're in isn't cohesive, or it's not motivating you, but I feel like there's an end of a cycle here. You've done the most that you can for whatever the cycle may be. Maybe if you're a student, it's a field of study that you thought that was meant for you, but after some time and engaging with it and thinking about it, you've decided that, nah, this isn't really what I want to do with my life. Okay? With the mysticism card, I feel you're listening to your own thoughts for a change. What I feel is something that's common with Capricorns is that you're always doing things for your stability and financial well-being, but you do it to get the stuff done. And quite often what we find ourselves doing is we just hustling and we end up in a rut somehow. Things just become routine, pattern. And I think for the first time in a long time, you're actually listening to yourself and thinking about whether this life path, whatever direction it is, whether it be in work, whether it be your studies, whether it be a soul path, a spiritual path that you felt that you were, what can I say, that you felt obligated to. It's kind of you're looking at it more carefully with your intuition and your own thoughts, because you're trying to find happiness and balance in your life. I don't know why, but for some reason I get this big theme of change, of finality. When I was shuffling the cards in the pre-shuffle, I like to charge the deck with the energies. Like I say, this is the first week of August, pertaining to Capricorn. What is the home environment? And every time I would, instead of saying the last, like the fourth week of August. I said the final. And finality just kind of like resonated. There's a definite ending here in some area of your life. Okay? And why I say this is because the major theme, the main theme of this month is the snake. Now, traditionally, in some cultures, the snake represents deception. It represents falsehoods, lies, cover-ups. But here, what the snake can also mean is the shedding of old skin, the ending of old cycles, and a transformation, a coming out of something old and into something new. Metamorphosis. Yeah, and that's, I don't know why, I also felt the need to draw some numbers for you, lucky numbers, or numbers that are important to you for this month. And what we have is 8, 10, and 7. Now, 8 is about hard work. It's about, um, it's kind of, because if you look at the 8 sideways, it's infinity. It's ever changing, it's ongoing, it's long lasting. But what it means is strength within oneself, and vibrancy, and the ability to live to one's potential. And 10 has got to do with creative energies, and also leadership and success. And when you break it down to one career, leadership, again, we just reiterating the same ideas here. And 7 is a spiritual number. It's a number of intuition and completion, which again fits into the overall theme here. Something in your life has definitely, a cycle in your life has definitely come to an end, and you've done the most that you can for it. You've, this isn't a bad thing. I feel that this is a very good thing. It's like you recognize that you have done the most work that you can, and now it's time for something new for you. But this is a major change, and you'll see that as we go into the weeks here, the themes of each week. Now, this was very interesting in that you have both the sun and the moon in your in the general themes for each of the weeks, in the first week and in the third week. The first week we have the sun in reversed, and in the second week then we have, I believe this is the 9. No, it's the 7 of cups. Okay, 7 of cups. Okay, so that speaks to making decisions and having options, your options open. The wind. I had to do it outside because unfortunately we live in unfortunately we live in a society where if you make too much sound, then you either have to move to a different location or stop what you're doing. Ah well, it's fine. I got voted off the island. But going back to this, in your third week we have the moon then, the moon in reverse, which speaks to disillusionment. Okay, I'm just gonna put these cards flat so that they stop irritating me when they fall down. There we go. Okay, so disillusionment, the end of a fear of what if I end the cycle and I have nowhere to go? There's a state of instability. You're no longer afraid of this because you recognize that this has truly and honestly come to an end for you, whatever this is. And then in your fourth week, we have I believe it's 8, yes, it's 8 of Pentacles, which was so funny because in this is the theme of of your last week, right? And in your finances, we have the 8 of Pentacles again. So definitely, I feel like this reading is very much about work and maybe even education, possibly. You'll understand why when we go further into this. All right, so now focusing here on your first week. Domestic life, finances, love, and social environment. In your home environment, we have the 2 of Pentacles, which means that, to me, what I feel is that there is a choice that has to be made to stay in this old cycle and to perpetuate it, continue going about in this routine on and on, and the upside to it is that there is stability here. Because everything has a pro and a con. The pros here is that there's stability. Cons in staying in the cycle is that there's nothing new happening and you kind of feel stagnant, like you're not moving forward. Moving out of this old cycle, the pros would be that it's a new challenge, it's a new beginning, it's very exciting. Cons is that it may bring instability into your life and that you'd have to work from the ground upwards again. That's a choice that you have to make, and I feel like it affects the people in your home environment. For my Capricorns who are married or in a long-term relationship in a home, it may mean that you have to move. If you're going take up a new job opportunity elsewhere that may move your family and domestic life away from where it's currently at and where they're comfortable. So just keep that in mind. That's what I'm feeling here, because you have the sun. The sun is about blessings, even though by blessings in your life, even when it's in the reverse, it may mean that you need to take stock or use your wisdom, your own wisdom within the situation. Are you ready for this change? And I think that's what you're thinking about right now. Because in your financial, this is why I feel like this has got to do with work or a career or a path, a life path here. Because we have the moon in reverse, which is so funny. The moon is literally in the same pile as the sun. And it happens again in the third week, and you'll see. Now, this stands for, to me, what I feel this means is a disillusionment, a no longer being afraid that what if instability comes into my life if I take this new opportunity. This is not the fear. That's not a fear anymore. It's operating under what brings me happiness and what fulfills my life, what makes me feel good. And I feel like this clarity is coming into your financial and work environment. You're seeing this a situation for what it is. Now, looking at your social environment, I feel like this is you take this to your friends and you talk about it with them. This idea of having to choose, and maybe also the people in your family, in your home environment. You are looking for someone to help you consider the pros and cons, and you're speaking this over with them. But I feel like it's not accepted very, it's not received well. That's what I'll say. Is that the people in your current social environment, maybe even your family, feel like, why change direction? Why bring something instability into your life when you're in a good place right now, but you're feeling like it may seem like a good place right now, but I know that it's not bringing me happiness. It's not challenging me. It's not making me feel motivated anymore. And people are like, well, sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it, but you want to have your cake and you want to eat it, Capricorn. Okay, so moving into your second week, we have, I said it was the Seven of Cups. So definitely choices have to be made in this week. If you are deciding to either quit an old job and start a new one, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying that you must, but I'm seeing as some of Capricorns could really considering this. Or if you are a student and you're deciding, a university student, for example, and you're thinking that academics is not the space for you, you literally have to consider it right now. Or if you're thinking about changing a path in your studies, it's never been more important right now than to make the decision. Decisions about your life and the direction that it's going into are definitely at the forefront here. Because as we see in your domestic environment, once you realize that this decision has to be made by you and you alone, you kind of withdraw from others so that you have time to consider every aspect of this, because Capricorns are clever people. Even though that this may be very impulsive for a Capricorn, you're not going to just jump right into it without thinking about everything, considering all your options. And I feel like you'll be in a period of contemplation in the second week, especially in your home environment. But this may cause you to be a bit isolated from others because they're not liking the direction you're going in. They're not a lot of people like change. I get that. But it must be significant if Capricorn, who values stability and hard work and progress, has decided, no, a change of direction has to happen. This means that it probably does, for you at least. Not a bad thing. Not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I feel I'm picking up on the energies of the people around you who are just afraid for you, and also for what it means for your family or your home environments if you had to pick up and change paths. But yeah, because look in your social environment, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. I feel like this may be the focus of a lot of arguments coming, and that people are not really understanding your decision in moving to a new direction right now. So you may encounter a few people saying no, or not wanting you to change your mind or to change directions. Yeah. Moving on. Looking at your third week, we have, this is where I said the moon in reverse now is the theme. So this sense of disillusionment is definitely at the forefront. You're like, before you weren't certain. If ever there were a time that you were certain on what decision to make, this is literally it. This is the third week. You have no disillusions. You very much know what you want to do, and I feel whatever you choose, it's going to bring great change, because we have the tower here, which means that there's a complete upheaval of an old cycle of something old just being completely destroyed, decimated, brought to an ending. And in your financial area, I feel like you're maybe this is you choosing to tell your employees that yes, this is my 2 weeks notice starting now. You're being honest. You're being truthful to the people around you. If you are choosing to change um, your coursework for when you're studying, then this may be you speaking to your department and saying, I want to deregister and I want to register for this instead. Okay? In your social environment, I do see that this will be you see now, here's the sun in reverse now. And the moon in reverse. It's very much the decision of you're taking stock and doing what's good for you, but people are scared for you. The people in your life that love you and care for you, they are concerned. What will happen from this point on? You can't know for sure. The future is not definite or set in stone. Everything is up to free will, and people are just scared that this might not be in your best interest. But you are very much of the mindset that whatever decision you make, it's for your own good. I'm hearing this. No one knows me better than myself. Very true, Capricorn. No one knows you better than you, or no one should, at least. In your fourth and final week, we definitely have some progress. We definitely have progress. Whether it's good or not is up to you entirely, because every situation is interchangeable. But that's what I'm seeing here. Um, so yeah, hard work and learning is what I see there. So maybe you have moved into this. You're starting this transition into this new phase of your life, whatever it may be. And yes, there is now stability once again in your home environment, but I feel like it's very close guarded. Because look how tightly he's holding on to it, keeping that stability. In your working and financial environment, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, this is very much you working hard. I feel like you are now the apprentice. Whereas before, in your old situation, I'm blocking this up. In your old situation, sorry, my throat. You were very much kind of like the leader, or no one could tell you that this isn't right. Now you're learning. This is why I also thought it may be in academics. It's like a whole new field of expertise that you're needing to learn. But you're working hard on this. In your social environment, there may be a bit of instability. It's a new beginning, and people not knowing how you're going to be moving forward. It may also mean that the ending of certain relationships, of old friendships, but it may be that this end was needed, because I really think that you needed this transformation to happen, and you made it happen, Capricorn. Whatever this may be, you will know. Okay, so I hope this shed some light on what to expect within the month of August for you, Capricorn, and for cross watchers who may be thinking about the Capricorns right now. If it helped in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a like and subscribe. Also, again, I want to reiterate, lucky numbers to pay attention to, or important numbers, are 10. So firstly 8, 8, then 10, and 7. Maybe you know what this means to you in your situation, but yeah, those numbers are important for some reason. I just felt compelled, like I had to. Okay, that's all I have for you now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.